This is the type of reaction which needs to be shown. If Iran is not even ready to accept and respect travel ban against a person like Mr. Qasem Soleimani, how can we expect them to live up to other parts of the nuclear agreement?
The day General Soleimani flew back from Moscow to Iran was the day we believe that Russia used cyber warfare against the Joint Chiefs.
Well, talking there about the story we broke on Fox yesterday, our Pentagon team did, that General Qasem Soleimani, the head of the Iranian Quds Force, who is heavily sanctioned by UN Security Council sanctions, confined to Iran, he traveled to Russia. And he was talking about S-300 missile systems and met with a lot of people, including Russian President Vladimir Putin. We're back with the panel for the Friday Lightning Round. Jonah, what about this story?
I think it's a huge story. It's symbolically also just huge because it undermines the entire idea that the Iranians can be trusted to play by the rules. They're not playing by the rules now. The idea that they'll be playing by the rules down the road when they have so many more opportunities for mischief and cheating under this horrible deal, it should be a wake-up call to some of the Democrats who are lining up in favor of it.
Speaking of that, Kirsten, a loss of Senator Schumer, Congressman Engel. What do you think about the Democrats and the vote counting on Iran?
Well, based on the people I've talked to, they still feel confident that they're going to have the votes, and the sense is that Schumer is not going to be lobbying people to move him over to his side, that this is just, his view on this. It's not, for some people it was unexpected, for other people it was completely expected. He's always been a hawk, and that to a certain extent the fact that he's doing it almost shows that the White House has the votes that they need, because he probably wouldn't necessarily be doing it if it wasn't the case.
By the way, President Obama was pressed on that statement that he said that the Republicans were tied to hardliners essentially in Iran. Take a listen to this on CNN.
The reason that Mitch McConnell and the rest of the folks in his caucus who opposed this jumped out and opposed it before they even read it, before it was even posted, is reflective of an ideological commitment not to get a deal done. And in that sense, they do have a lot in common with hardliners who are much more satisfied with the status quo.
So I guess that now includes Chuck Schumer.
It does, and it shows how ridiculous it is to make it a Republican-Democratic issue. The only real partisans here are the Democrats who know it's a terrible deal, but don't want to cross the aisle and join Republicans on this. But I think the Soleimani story gives you one reason why it isn't a partisan issue. This is occurring while the debate is happening. This is occurring 3 days after the Secretary of State states in Congress that under American initiative, Qasem Soleimani will never be relieved of any sanctions, and here he is on the loose in Russia. It undermines entirely the idea that the lifting of the arms embargo is 5 years away. They are negotiating arms deals today. Everything the administration has said is shown to be naive or false, and that's the reason you're getting all this opposition.